You only wanted me to talk for 5 minutes, so why are you playing the music so long?
Not in a very funny way.
I want to thank Patrick for inviting me down. It's the holiday season. Is everybody enjoying the show so far? Well, that'll change drastically now. In case anybody doesn't know it, I'm married. And let me tell you, I'd rather eat my own shit than be married. So my wife is always telling me I don't spend enough quality time with her. So I tied up her hands and feet and I jerked off on her nose. And then I pistol whipped her and fucked her in the ass.
That guy. Yeah.
Normally I don't bother with my wife. I usually just jerk off on her pillow just to let her know I'm around. Because the last time my wife said yes to me is when I proposed. My wife is always telling me that I'm not romantic. So to get back at her, I fucked her dog. I'm not gay or nothing. It was a female dog.
That didn't even make sense.
And I know what you're thinking. Like, I could have fucked her best friend to get even with her, but believe me, the dog was the better choice. And recently, I asked my wife to get her belly button pierced. This way, I would have someplace to hang an air freshener.
Wow. Oh, he's getting.
You get it? Her cunt stinks. Before my wife, I was engaged to a girl with a wooden leg, but I broke it off.
That's clean.
And you know what else is annoying? The only time my wife stops talking is when her mother starts. But I guess I really shouldn't complain about my wife. She really is the perfect woman. I mean, what other wife would lick your asshole while you fuck her mother? And I know I'm a bad husband because I cheat on my wife. Like one time I met this girl and she was so horny, all she wanted to do was fuck. And then I found out her nickname was Robo-Cunt. And then last night I met this Filipino girl. But by the end of the night, she wasn't Filipino. She was full of penis. I filled her belly button up with so much cum that it sank. I turned her pussy into a Snickers bar. It was packed with penis. One time I went out with this girl that worked at the International House of Pancakes, and when she got done with work, I hop on her ass. But I'm glad to see we got some good-looking chicks here tonight.
I hop?
You're a really hot chick.
Uh-oh.
You're so hot, I bet when you were born, you burnt your mother's pussy hairs coming out. And speaking of childbirth, does the clitoris act like a speed bump when the kid is born? I like a chick that comes with standard airbags. You're really hot, too. You look like good eats. I bet you your cunt's so spreadable, it's incredible.
Now he's going to be middling.
This one over here looks like my old girlfriend, Chlamydia. And she had a cunt like a catcher's mitt. One time when I was fingering her, she was complaining about my ring, and I said, honey, that's not my ring, that's my wristwatch.
All right, that's a good.
And you know what else? She had stretch marks all over her stomach. But they used to come in handy because when I'd come on her belly, they act like sperm gutters.
Oh, they've grown.
And let me ask you.
Sperm gutters? I've never heard that.
If you come on a chick's belly and she rubs it in on her tits, does that make her marriage material?
What? Did you ever notice?
And you know what else I got to know? Is it polite to drop a load on a chick's leg while you eat her ass? Is that polite? Because you know my motto, haste makes paste. You know, the other night, my dog kept me up. My dog was barking all night long until I threw a shoe at it. It was a hush puppy.
Oh! Oh. Yeah.
You know, I didn't always have a cool job like this. One time I worked at a hospital, but I got fired for throwing the colostomy bags around like water balloons. They didn't seem to mind when I was fucking the old people and the dead people, but the colostomy bags put them over the edge. And ladies, you know what the hardest thing about wearing a colostomy bag is?
Back me up.
Finding shoes to match. But even though I got fired from the hospital, I still became a gynecologist. But I got fired from that job, too, because I got caught eating on the job.
How many times did he say job?
Yeah, nobody can call me a quitter because I got fired from every job I ever had. And, you know, I usually don't tell this, but since it's the holidays and you're a nice crowd, one time I was a production assistant on a set of porno movies, and my job was to hold up the guy's ball sack up and out of the way so the camera could get a nice close-up shot of the dick fucking the pussy.
Way to word it.
But I got fired from that job also because I kept dropping the balls out of my mouth. So the other night I'm home watching TV, and I'm watching this movie that's got a brutal rape scene. And you know what I don't understand? Why is it every time after a chick gets raped, they always take a hot shower? What are they trying to do, wash away the memories? And is it still considered a date rape if you don't take them to a movie afterwards? And speaking of rape, you know what my fantasy is? To rape a bride. Right in a white dress and everything. I grab them around the throat with a knife. I drag them into a bathroom. I bend her over the sink. And like 10 minutes after she said, I do, she did.
Well, it's,
Well, since you like rape jokes so much, how about a few pedophile jokes? You know, when my son was a toddler, my wife asked me to give him a bath. So I decided to bathe with him. So while we were bathing, my son asked me, he goes, Daddy, how come your penis is different than mine? And I said, son, because you don't have a boner. Because you know how you can make your dick look really big? You put it in a 5-year-old's hand. And of course, everybody knows what you do when you're done fucking a bald pussy. You put the diaper back on. Now that I accomplished what I had to do with all the groans, I'll leave you with this, all right? You seem like a smart crowd.
Is it the slicked back?
What's the difference between a clever midget and a girl with a venereal disease? One's a cunning runt. Thank you. You've been a good crowd. Enjoy the holidays. Good night.
Do you know?
Club Soda Kenny, everybody. Show him some love.
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 Show him a rake over his head.